Ciao, everybody. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone live at 5. Today is Friday, not Wednesday, as you see at the bottom left there. It's Friday, a mail-in Friday, July 22nd. It is a match day. My name is Julian Gennady, and I'm doing a little bit of a mic check right now because I do not know what I sound like. So I need people, whoever's watching, to say if I sound good, because I got some remarks during my Bremer Coaches Corner saying my mic sucked. So please let me know if I sound good, and we'll begin from there. Today, like I said, is a mail-in Friday, not Wednesday as it says below, because someone did not prepare me with a graphic to show today is the 22nd. It's a little bit loud. I sound deep fried right now. Interesting. I just finished my work day. I don't think I was... I'm not deep fried, but it is a mail-in Friday, so it could have been, but I'm not. Today's match day as well. Match day, preseason 1 match day. We're playing Chivas Guadalajara. It starts at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, so we'll be doing a watch-along for that. Justin, myself, and Alejandro, if he wakes up, we'll be doing a watch-along, so tune in for that at 11 p.m. It's going to start, I think, 15 or 20 minutes before. But yeah. Okay, so I'm still having issues apparently. Matt Tilley saying, your mic is distorting. My mic is so loud. Adjust, please. That's literally not... Okay, well. Let me know now. I could put it further away from me. How's that? How's that? We'll get it fixed by tonight for sure. If I should talk a little bit lower, then I'll talk a little bit lower. But we are going to talk about the match day and everything that goes into a match day, what Chivas Guadalajara are, and obviously on the... I see it right there too. How about we do that? Interesting. Okay, I think I fixed it. Better. Okay. Right on. I lost my train of thought here. Paredes, that's what the thumbnail says, or that's what the thumbnail's about. The gain is too high. Everyone's saying gain. I don't know what the hell gain means. How's that now? Yep, you're good now. Okay, Matt Taylor says I'm good, so I'm good. We'll be going over what Paredes could potentially bring to Juventus. And we'll continue from there. Talk about the Curva suit as well. I will talk about that because that just came to our attention in our Discord chat. So let's read the official statement, actually. Is it that bad? Alejandro's saying my mic is still bad. What happened? Interesting. Oh well. Okay, so Master G saying, where are we watching the game in the U.S.? Where's the stream? So in the U.S., I believe Justin said YouTube TV or what else did he say? ESPN 2 or something. But Justin, you can give a better answer for that. But Frank is saying, sadly, it is bad. I would turn it down just a little. The volume's almost all the way down. Okay. Yeah. What an absolute shit show to start the show. So let's talk about the Curva suit, or the Curva first. It's Padres fan 69 tonight. Oh, I get it. Paredes fan 69. I thought you said Padres like San Diego because we're on the West Coast. But yeah. So Justin's saying Fox Sports 2 is where you can watch in the U.S. Haneen's making a joke, but it's not that funny. So we'll get into it. The Curva is back in the stadiums, apparently, according to their newest announcement. So that creates an atmosphere, which is good because players feed off of it. The chanting, the singing, the chirping of the other team. Will there be booing? Maybe. Okay, so the Americans in the chat, you discuss amongst yourselves where you can watch it, because at this point in time, I'm Canadian, and there's nowhere to watch it in Canada legally. So take that for what it is. I think Mohammed's living in Canada as well, so I think we're in the same boat here. But yeah, Master G saying, since the Ultras were banned, Juve's passion has been low. The players feed off the crowds. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. So I agree with you, Master G. And Andrew saying, we need the Ultras, to be honest. I agree 118%. We haven't seen that type of atmosphere. I don't know how long. Alejandro used to go to the game. Well, he went to the games frequently. So he used to always talk about the atmosphere, how it was before. And whatever the deal was, whenever the Ultras got kicked out, the atmosphere died. And it was basically like, I remember Ben said a couple weeks ago or a month ago about the he wants the little kids to start cheering as well, and they want them to start feeling a part of the group as well. Like, I get it, nice, sentimental. No, let's get the Ultras in. Let's make it a fearsome atmosphere for the players to feed off of, and make it a home game. It's supposed to be advantageous to the home team, so make it like that. Continue it like that. That's all I gotta say on that. And Justin saying, hit the like button and support Ale and Julian fixing their streaming equipment. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My mic just went to crap. It started on Tuesday. So click the like button, support the channel. We're at 32 people watching. We only have 14 likes. Get up to, let's try this again. I said if we got 69 likes in my previous streams, we would get Gleison Bremer, and it worked. So let's get 69 likes in here. And I'm going to do this one for Justin. 69 likes gets us Zaniolo. 69 likes gets us Zaniolo, because I feel like if I said that for Paredes, no one would like the video. So that's just a hopeless plug in for likes on the video. But I am going to go talk about, again, what's on the thumbnail here. It's Leandro Paredes. Latest rumors, latest news. Talks about him potentially coming over to Juventus. We've already apparently spoke to him, or his agents at least. And I don't know if I'm going to rant. Here. But if you're signing a coach long term, like Max Allegri, 4 years. If you're signing a coach long term, you need to get players that he wants. You need to get player profiles that he wants. If Max Allegri says, I would like a Regista, you get him a Regista. If he doesn't like what he has at his disposal right now, and he says, I want a Regista from abroad, Arubene, Cherubini, Nedved, Agnelli, bless you, boo, need to go out and get and address that issue that he thinks he has. I'm not saying Paredes is great. I'm not saying that he's gonna be the best thing ever. What I'm saying is he needs to come in because the coach needs him to play a specific way. Or else, if we don't get this, we might do 4-4-2 again. Like that. This is what it is. Max Allegri needs the player profiles at his disposal to do what he wants. Master G, I am going to get into Paredes. And you're asking how I don't know much about him. Can you give me some info and style, pros and cons? There are pros, there are cons about Paredes. Leandro Paredes is a Regista. He hasn't, Ale said in his daily video, go check it out. It released like an hour ago or something, a couple hours ago. And he said that he's made 34 starts in the last 3 seasons. Yes, absolutely, that's true. One season was shortened due to coronavirus because the Liga 1 shut down the league completely. They did not have what Serie A did, what the Bundesliga did, what the Premier League did. They shut down their league. So that's one. That's why those games have been limited. This past season, he's been injured. He missed the first bit due to the Copa America fatigue. Same with Di Maria. And then he got injured with his adductor or abductor, whatever that muscle is around your groins. So, yes, he's missed some game time and some starts. I'll say starts because that's what he made the issue about, starts. And another con is his contract. It's crazy, $7 million a year. But I think if he comes to Juventus, he has to realize that he's going to earn more if he takes a long like a 5-year if he signs a 4 or 5 year contract earning $4.5 million. I think he'll take that, just because of how contracts work and what he is right now, and because Rubene is a mastermind. The price tag of 30 mil from PSG is not what Juventus will pay if we go and get Paredes. It's just not. So people should get 30 million out of their head. The most we'll pay is, like the report said, 15 million to 20 million, which is fine. It's filling a hole. Obviously, Rovella at this time is not in the plans for Allegri. If Allegri wants another Regista, obviously he's seen stuff that maybe Rovella needs to go to Verona, like what was reported. Maybe he needs to go out on loan and learn again. I don't know. Again, I want what the coach wants. I want to see what Allegri can do with what he wants. How can you base a coach off of stuff that he doesn't, like off of players who he doesn't want to use or who don't do what he wants them to do? How can you do that? For too many years at this club, with all the coaching turnover, it's happened the last 4 years. It went to Allegri, Sarri, Pirlo, Allegri. And we've been signing players for just who God knows what. God knows why. There needs to be structure, which is happening. You can see it happening. He wanted Pogba, they got Pogba. He wanted Di Maria, they got Di Maria. He likes Bremer, they got Bremer. And again, I'm not saying 100% Paredes is the answer, but he fits the player profile that Allegri wants. So go get him. He's not the most expensive guy. If Allegri doesn't want to use Rovella, there's clearly a reason why. Is it youth? Is it because he's too young and he's not proven? Probably. Do I agree with that? Not really. But Rovella missed half last year through injury. Rovella was very good at the beginning of the half year. So maybe he wants to go see what he can do at Verona. Maybe Allegri wants that. And again, that's fine. Rovella's not going to get any... He's not going to lose too many years playing with the next season with Verona. So, if Rovella does go out on loan, it's not a missed opportunity to sell him because, again, if he's still part of our future plans, it's good to loan him. But like Ranocchia, I think the Ranocchia to Monza deal, I think that's a great deal. Original loan with them having an obligation to buy, and we have a potential to buy him back. If he slaps, we buy him back. If he does poorly, they have to buy him and we get money out of it. Like, good. Very good deal. Monza's got the cash. Good. Mike Taziki is saying it's not Wednesday, dude. Hey, if you listened to the beginning of the show, you would have heard me say that I was sewered by the producer. One of our members, Hanin, is saying, what if Allegri is fired at the end of the season and we're stuck with him, only with option to me? So, that's a good point. That's fair enough. Then, you have to see the formula of the deal. If we're getting him on loan with an obligation or option to buy, then we can get out of it. We had an obligation to buy Morata, but we didn't. So, you have to don't knock it till you see what actually happens. We continuously do this. I'm going to show you what our lineup would look like if Paredes came in at the beginning of the season. So like August 15th when we play Sassuolo. I'm going to go. Let me see. Did I do it? Yeah. Here. Okay. I'm using foothead.com, so like relax. Don't get gassed up because these guys have high overalls. But if you see here, we're playing a 4-3-3, which Allegri wanted since his Dazen interview a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. You see that Keane is lining up on the left as of right now because we got no one else, and Chiesa is still hurt. Vlahovic up top, Di Maria on the right. Okay, cool. Awesome. Then you got two proper 8s. You got Locatelli, you got Pogba, and then you have Paredes holding. I heard some well, I looked at some Twitter chatter off of fairly, I wouldn't say reputable, but fairly good Twitter accounts saying Rabiot has more defensive input than Paredes would. And that's a lie. That's a statistical lie. Paredes has more interceptions and tackles per 90 than Adrien Rabiot. So let's kill that narrative right now. The passing is just unquestionable. Leandro Paredes keeps the ball better than anyone else. He's tidy on the ball. He's got like 99% passing over short and medium yardage passing. Locatelli and Paredes would allow Pogba to play more offensive and play more in the attack, which is what we want. Because Locatelli still has to come back and be responsible, yada, 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 all that defensive tactics and stuff that Allegri wants. This still allows for that. Is Dennis Zakaria as good as Paredes as a holding midfielder in terms of passing? I don't think so. I would have to look that up, but I don't think so. I saw many people questioning his defensive reliability in terms of structure in recent, or not recent, but at the end of the season. I saw many of comments saying that, questioning his ability at defending. And don't worry about our left back. As you can see, it's Pellegrini. Just don't worry about that. Also, Justin, I did not say that. I didn't say that word anymore. So, I think, ideally, no, because you want someone better than Paredes, of course, but that player profile, ideally, is what you want. And Yusuf Mirmo makes a great point. We can use Zach and McKennie as the Metzala replacements. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And I think that's exactly what Allegri's thinking. But the only issue is, now you need a guy who can supplant Paredes. Which, could it be Locatelli if Paredes is unavailable? Yeah. If Paredes is unavailable, you slide Locatelli in there, then you start Zach or Mac, or even Fagioli. Home of Juve saying, I have friends who support PSG. They told me Paredes is basically Arthur, but better defensively. I'll debate that. He's better than Arthur. He's better than Arthur defensively, absolutely, and he's better at progressing the ball, which is what a holding midfielder or a regista has to do. They have to transport the ball from defense to attack, defense to the next midfielder. That's the role. Paredes does a good job of that. And I'll show you. I got no issue showing you guys. Especially in comparison to Arthur and Rabiot. You see there on the progressive passes, 5.81, and he does almost the exact same as Melo and Rabiot combined. In terms of progressive passes, which is 10 yards advancing the play forward. A 10-yard pass advancing the play forward. Look at the passing percentages, medium and short range. Not even close. 96, 97. Look at these other two Goombas. Again, I'm not saying Paredes is the next Jorginho, or a guy like Jorginho, but the player profile suggests that he can fill the role of a regista, what Allegri wants, very well. Now, I'm going to take everything into consideration as well, because the price tag of 30 mil is ridiculous. Then I'd be pissed if he came. The 7 million euro a year contract is ridiculous. I agree with all that, but for what I know from what I know recently in the past calendar year, the management, Arrivabene, Cherubini, Nedved, blah, 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 I'll name them all. They've done a very good job with the finances. So I think they got something up their sleeve where they can get a Paredes for not 30 and 7 mil a year. And if that's the case, and Allegri deems that Rovella isn't good enough right now and would be better suited to go out on loan, then yeah, you got to satisfy your coach. You have to. Or else what are we doing here? What are we doing here if we're not satisfying the coach that we signed for a 4-year contract? Do I agree with what Allegri does? Not really. Especially last year. I do not agree with what he did last year. Is he changing his way? Yes. He's going to a more attack-minded lineup. And I say that while I'm laughing because, is it attack-minded when he's coaching? Yeah, it is, because it's a 4-3-3 with more attack-minded players. So we have to understand, we might not like Paredes, or you might not like Paredes. I'm fine with him if he comes. But you have to understand what the coach wants, and you have to be on board with what the coach wants, along with what the board wants, and what they're available to do. Because we can't just go buy the best. We can't go buy Tchouaméni for 100 million euros. We can't. That's not feasible. We're Juventus. We're not Real Madrid. So take a look back at our little thing here. I do have the subs ready to rock. Oops. So let's say Paredes gets hurt. Yeah. Can I switch? No, I can't even switch them. Oh, I thought I could. Anyway. Like I said, you can switch Locatelli into the Paredes role when he's not available. And here's another thing with the Locatelli and Paredes thing, and the register role in general. I don't want to limit Locatelli's best attributes. I don't think that's the reason why he came to Juventus. He was not coming to Juventus to be a regista. Can he do that role? Yes. But I say exactly what Alejandro said. He said that if Locatelli plays in the register role for this upcoming season, he's going to give a 6.5 performance every single game. That's not bad, but you expect more. He has the talent to exceed 6.5, more than 6.5 every game. He needs to be higher up the pitch. A proper regista allows him to do that. And then you got Pogba beside you with even more talent. And then you got Di Maria to your right. This register role is about unlocking Locatelli because he is very good. You saw it at the Euro Cup with Italy. You saw it in his last season with Sassuolo. He didn't play as a regista. He played as a two-man pivot, which is a little bit different in this form, in this way, but it is what it is. So I'll bring it back to myself right now because my computer is running at 100 miles an hour. So I'll give it a break there. But if you sell Rabiot, if you sell Arthur Melo, and once I'm going to say that because we're on the verge of terminating Ramsey. Once you terminate Ramsey's contract, you're going to need another guy in there because it seems to me like Ravella's out. It seems to me like Fagioli is going to be kept just on the principle of homegrown player, and Moretti is going to be late to the party for preseason. And I see some people in the chat saying, we don't need a regista. I don't understand the Italian obsession with this concept. Listen, again, I'm not saying I want that either. I am saying to everybody here, this is what Max Allegri wants. So my biggest point about Paredes in, and I'm being okay with that, is because that's what Allegri wants, and he fits the profile, and he's better than what we currently have. Neox is saying he'll be in J Medical this whole season. He had one injury-prone season in his career last year, and that's because he had the Copa America coming into the season at the beginning, and he wasn't fit for that. He wasn't prepared for that, which I get. Di Maria also missed the first 4 games. He's not an injury-prone player. Raven saying, what if Rabiot will stay? I think this is contingent on Rabiot leaving. I think this is like, I don't think you can have Paredes and Rabiot and all these players. Like, people have to go out before Paredes comes in. That's the only way this works. Again, it's an improvement. Paredes is an improvement if he plays. Justin saying fire Paredes, Ganda, Gennady. Listen, just because Zaniolo's going away. So that's my Paredes spiel. Again, I want to reiterate, I am pro Paredes coming in. Lots of things have to happen for me to accept Paredes coming in. Players must leave. He must be signed at a lower cost financially in terms of contract and buy price. It suits what Allegri wants. And he's better than what we have. And he's better than what we could possibly get in terms of what we have in terms of cash. So, there you go. Justin, I didn't even know you were available, man. I don't know how to do call-ins either. You should have been you. I don't know how to do it. If you teach me how to do call-ins, call in. Because I said, let's get to 69 likes and we'll get Zaniolo. So like the video. I'm trying to help you out. I'm seeing a lot of Molina stuff. Yeah, Molina went to Atletico Madrid today, or yesterday, or soon. He's going for Nehu and Paredes and 20 mil. Good deal for Atletico. Apparently we were never in on him, so I can't comment any further, because if we're not in on him, then it doesn't really matter. Should we have been in on him? Yes. Was it a mistake to re-sign DeShilio? Yes. But it is what it is. Aldo Bonasso is saying, I would rather have a strong defensive CDM to cover for Pogba and Locatelli and give them more freedom going forward. Yes, and can you name Aldo? I'm going to ask the chat in general, but Aldo brings up a good point. Can you guys name me the center or the holding midfielder that you guys want? Name me the holding midfielder you guys want. And it doesn't have to be a Regista. It doesn't have to be a destroyer. It could be both if they fit the profile. But let me know your player, and I will say to you if that's financially feasible. If Allegri would want that guy. So let me hear your Hasta right away. Perfect example. Ndidi, he's pricey 1. So Ndidi from Leicester, pricey 1. He's a destroyer. He's not good at passing. Not as good at passing as Paredes is. Is Ndidi what Allegri wants? Shervin says Zakaria. So Shervin wants Zakaria in there. They're all saying Zakaria. Is Zakaria a proper Regista, what Allegri wants? No. Is he a holding midfielder that has been successful at Mönchengladbach in Switzerland? Yeah. It all depends on how we want to play. Lester saying Paredes is fine, to be honest. I agree. He's fine. If that's the way we want to go, he's fine. Schwab Ali is saying Tielemans. Tielemans will be 30 mil, and he's not a holding midfielder. He's more of a box-to-box. He's also not great defensively. Ryan S. is saying Barella, Pogba, De Bruyne. Who's defending there? Who's defending in that team? Home of You is saying, I'm going to be realistic. Zakaria, McKennie, RM. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're going off the players on our team already. Sonny, who's one of our members, saying, I want to be sure that Ravella was given a chance and not the Allegri BS that he's too young. If he wasn't good, then totally fine. And I think this is what the tour is going to do. Justin said it best during his lives and his daily videos. This is halftime of Juventus' market. We had the first half. We scored 3 goals. We allowed 1. We sold the lit. We got Pogba, Di Maria, Bremer. This tour that we're about to go on is halftime. We're going to see how these players do now. We're going to see if Rovella thrives as a holding midfielder, if he's even played it as a holding midfielder. Tonight, I'm pretty sure Locatelli's starting there. We'll see in the second half if Rovella goes into their next. Or will it be Zakaria? What's it going to look like? They'll get every player will probably get 3 opportunities this upcoming week in the States. Every player's going to get 3 opportunities. If Rovella isn't good, or if he isn't doing what Allegri wants, he's gone. That's simple as that. And I don't blame Allegri at that point. And I get what Sonny's saying. If he wasn't good, then totally fine. But we'll see after this week. Anthony Trimboli is saying, I think Paredes is fine for 1 to 2 years. Pasa is saying Gary Medel and Kondogbia. Haas is saying get Paredes and we'll get fine results too. One player, like Paredes being fine, does not dictate how results will end up. Like you still have Pogba, you still have Di Maria, you still have Vlahovic, you still have Locatelli, you still have Bremer, you still have all these absolute studs. Home of you is saying Houssem Aouar. Aouar is on his way to Betis for nothing. There's a reason why, and he's not a holding midfielder. Hasta saying Conte would be a good option if he can stay healthy and was world class in 2021. With Pogba and Locatelli, it would be beautiful. So I'm going to burst another narrative here. N'Golo Conte is not a proper holding midfielder. He is a box-to-box midfielder. He just covers a lot of ground. He's not one to sit in front of your defense. He is one to go win the ball, collect it, and give it to better players. He's not a proper holding midfielder. I'm sorry. He does not protect the back line. Well, essentially, with the running he does and the covering he does protect the back line, but he's not the middle guy to hold. That's just not what Conte is. Giuseppe wants Gini Wijnaldum. I'm going to say no. He's not a holding midfielder. Master G saying all the guys we already have. Michael Razzo saying I would not take Paredes, rather get Zaniolo. Is Zaniolo going to protect our defense? Again, at this moment in time, do what the coach wants. Get who the coach wants. Let him coach. Let him coach the team. Let him coach his vision of the team. That's why you hired him for 9 million euros a year. That's why you signed him for a 4-year contract. If you start bringing in players that doesn't fit with the idea of what he has to make the team successful, then you're not setting him up properly, and you're setting up to fail, to be honest. Shoa, I can't say her name again. Shoaib Ali saying I saw a photo of Sky Sport of expecting playing 11. Danilo is on right back. Is it right? I would assume so. I assume he's playing right back. That is his position. So, Marco Santos saying Ruben Neves. I don't think we can afford him, especially if Man United miss out on De Jong, because then Man United's going to throw 50 mil at Wolverhampton. So Ruben Neves, I think, is too pricey now. But again, that's a good player. Now we're thinking Marco Santo. You're thinking too expensive though. Very good at passing. He's a regista. He could be a regista. Raven says Paredes is fine as long as he will be fit. We have a huge hole in the left wing. That should be our main focus now. Yeah, as of right now, it's Moise Kean. Moise Kean is currently our left winger until Chiesa or someone else is signed. Until Chiesa is back or someone else is signed. And is that sad? I don't know. apparently Romeo Agresti's reported that he's done really well in preseason. He came back really fit, and he's ready to rock. So I don't know. I don't know if he still wants to leave or not. That's another thing. Maybe Alejandro has more information on that. Oh, there's a bot, eh? Okay. Oh, I'm way behind in the chat. Ben. Okay. I missed some people's comments. Yeah, Lester saying Ruben Neves is a good shout. I agree. I think Ruben Neves is a good shout, but again, we need a guy who can be properly purchased. We can't spend 50 mil on or not even that. We can't get into a bidding war with Man United, or else we're out. And Aldo Bonasso says the obvious one, that the guy 100% I would take. It's Casemiro. Destroyer and good passer. That's the complete player that you want in that hole. So I agree with Aldo there, but he's not leaving Real Madrid. We can't afford him. Faizan saying Ndidi again. I already explained he's not very good at passing, so. Shoaib Ali again is saying, is that Mateus Nunes from Sporting? Because we took a look at him about a month. Well, I took a look at him about a month ago or 2 months ago. And he had very little pedigree to him, so I didn't really look into him more. Crazy Ray saying Verratti, yeah, but we can't afford it with we can't afford what Verratti would cost, wage and fee, and he's 29, but like you think Paredes is injury prone, Verratti's injury prone. Marcus Janssen saying, I agree with Julian. Do what Allegri wants. We need Paredes more than Zaniolo at the moment. At this current moment, I don't see Zaniolo as a winger, but I see Paredes as a regista. So I would say go get the regista. If you start naming left wingers, yeah, I'll agree with you. Go get a left winger, because right now it's Keane. So, do we need a left back? Yeah, absolutely. Should we sell Pellegrini? I want to see Pellegrini for one more preseason. Because now I've seen Pellegrini and he's added some muscle. I want to know if he's serious. So I'm interested to see him tonight. But again, Sandro's starting tonight, I'm pretty sure. Master G saying Verratti signed an extension. I doubt PSG lets him go at this time. 100%. The bot is here for the 69 likes. Well, let's get to 69 likes. And we get Zaniolo just for Justin. Shervin saying Neymar. Yeah. Lester, yeah, we're getting to that. We're getting for a prediction tonight. But first, get your... So Antonio's jumped the gun here. But get your questions about the Mercato in. I gave you my spiel on Paredes. I gave you my spiel on doing what the coach wants. And that's basically the essence of what tonight's live was about. Or this particular live. Because we are going live tonight to do a watch-along for Juventus against Chivas Guadalajara at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 5 a.m. CEST, which is in Europe, and I don't know any other time zones. So you got to figure it out yourself, but it's 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, 5 a.m. CEST. And while I talk about that, might as well give the giveaway a little plug. August 1st, we will announce the winner for our Pogba jersey giveaway. To enter, go to our Twitter account. You have to be subscribed to the channel, to the YouTube channel. Tag your friend on the tweet and retweet the tweet. And again, winner will be announced August 1st. And as we continue our little plugs, I don't have the Prediction League one, so Alejandro, you failed me again. Disappointing. But we are going... Oh, get out of here. Wait. Oops, I'm having a nightmare here. We are having a prediction league for our members. If you are in the Discord chat as a member, you're going to have access to our prediction league, and you have the ability to win prizes if you win the league. If you're first, I believe it's a jersey. Don't quote me on that. And if you're second, it's a voucher, or like a €50 voucher to the Juventus store. And if you're third, I forget, to be honest. This is horrible. Just give me the picture next time, Ale, or Justin. I would have sold it better. But the only way you can join the prediction league is if you become a member. You see the 3 tiers there: Premium, Lounge, and Club. You become a Discord, or you have access to our Discord chat. You have emojis, all that stuff. You have giveaway priority. So you just saw our giveaway on August 1st. If you are a premium member, you have 5 times the chance to win the Pogba jersey, and so on and so on. So consider becoming a member, and we will continue from here. Cool. So, ask questions about the Mercato. We will be getting the last 10 minutes. I'll do stuff about Chivas. For the next 8 minutes, we'll do some transfer talk. 10 minutes, we'll do pre-game stuff. Because I'm not going to name you the Chivas roster because I don't really care. So Antonio says, what about Belotti for free? It depends how much he wants, because if you're talking about a high wage for a guy like Paredes, if Belotti's asking for 4.5 on like a 3-year contract, that's crazy. Belotti is so bad. Belotti is such a bad player, like in terms of technical ability. He is known for his physical attributes, and that has deteriorated. I don't know who watched recent Italy games where he was playing in, or recent even Torino games. He's bad. Like, he is just a bad player. Bad, bad, bad. I do not want him near. He's got the touch of a brick wall. So no to him. Aldo, here we go. You might hate me for saying this, but for a holding midfielder, he wouldn't mind Brian Cristante. Brian Cristante, my fellow Canadian. My Zio, he chats, or he chimes in sometimes on the chats. His name's James Tonin. He always talks to me about Cristante. Cristante is a very limited player. He's in the, to be honest, he's in the same mold as Paredes, but Paredes is better. The only thing that would pip Cristante to Paredes is that he's Italian and he's played in Serie A for longer and more recently, but not to Cristante. That's like, that's August 31st. We got 2 midfielders hurt, and we're begging Roma for Cristante. That's the only scenario I can see us going for him. So Ali is bringing up the left back scenario again. He feels like Sandro is done. Pellegrini is not Juve level. I agree. Sandro, it's crazy that Sandro's getting a 7th chance. Like, he's a cat. He has 9 lives. It's crazy. Instead of Federico Gatti, it should be Alexandro Gatti, because he's a cat. The only thing I can say about Alexandro, the only positive thing, is his contract's done in less than a year. That's the only positive thing I can say about Sandro at this point. For Pellegrini, I just want to see. I'm done with Pellegrini if he sucks this preseason. Like, I'm done with him. But I just want to see if he's a little bit more serious now. Because I saw him, he hit the gym, he got bigger. I know that's not the be-all and end-all of getting better. However, let's see what happens. Mohammed's saying, are you going to watch the game? I am going to watch the game. We're doing a watch-along on the channel, so I am going to watch the game. I am going to stream it in a different way than most people. So stay tuned for that. Alejandro is apparently waking up for it, and Justin and I will be on it, watching. Hopefully, we do not have a situation where Mr. Dax just ruins the score, and who scores, like he did during our previous watch-alongs. So if Mr. Dax is in the channel, or on the channel watching, we are going to have to ban him. Anthony Aguichi brings up a good point here. If we offload Arthur and Ramsey or Rabiot, that sheds a lot off the wage bill. So, yeah, it's double-digit savings in millions. That'd be excellent. That'd be a great opportunity for Juventus to clear some wages. I think Ramsey will be terminated. His contract will be terminated. So we're going to have to pay for that, though, unfortunately. They might split. Yeah, I think we're splitting it. At this point, it's 2 to 3 million we're willing to give in severance, and he's earning 7 mil. So I think we're pretty much splitting the difference there, but we still have to pay for him to leave. Raven saying, if I see Rabiot on the left wing, he's going to do something bad. Please don't, because you might see that. Actually, you won't see that because he's not on the trip. He's not on the tour. Crazy Ray saying, I'm so happy that it's 8 p.m. for me. Yeah, the West Coast people got a good time slot today. The West Coast people got 8 p.m. Perfect. Appreciate it because that's the last time you're going to be having a good time slot. James Tonin saying 3-5-2, bring Ronaldo back for 1 year. No, don't do that. We don't have enough center backs to do that anyway. Yeah, Ryan S, 5 a.m. That's tough. Marcus Janssen saying, to the people who don't think we need a Regista, do y'all really want to see Locatelli wasted at Regista when he's much better further up the pitch in a Metzala box to box? Dude, you just said what I said for the past 20 minutes. So Marcus Janssen's on my side there. I agree with you, buddy. I agree with Marcus. Antonio saying, get Belotti for free for Vice Vlahovic. No, I do not want to stress this enough. Belotti sucks. Like, he sucks. He has dropped off. He already scored like 15 to 20 goals a couple times, like 3 years ago. He is not that guy. Like, he sucks. Do not get him. Do not get him. Matt Milana says, 80 likes and we should have Justin back on. Okay, so Matt Milano likes Justin, and I don't disagree with you. Good guy. We're only at 44, so I don't think Justin's coming on. He's coming on tonight, but if we get 69 likes, we get Zaniolo. Home of Juve saying, 11 a.m. for me. Holy smokes, that's a perfect time. Daily Blint is saying Paredes is good, but there are so many better, cheaper options. Okay, Daily. Let me know, put in some names that are proper registas. Put some names in for them, or that are better than Paredes, that are cheaper. I would like to know them. Acid saying, yo. Marcus Johansson, Rovella is nowhere near starter level yet. Only having him at Regista would be a disaster. And this is what I want to point out again. At this point, this is what the tour is all about. Rovella is going to get his chance to play. He's probably going to play 135 minutes in this tour, on this tour. 45 minutes each game. He'll be playing Barcelona, so he might be playing against Gavi and Pedri, Kessié, Casemiro, Modric, Kroos, Tchouaméni, Camavinga. He's going to have the chance to play against those guys. If he keeps his own and he does well, then Allegri has something to think about. But if he gets absolutely rinsed, you're going to Verona, bud. It is what it is. I don't disagree with Allegri if that's the case. Aldo saying, would you rather have Belotti or Dzeko as Vice Vlahovic? Neither. Neither. At that point, you take Belotti because you don't want to help Dzeko, or you don't want to help Inter out of a jam. And Daily Blend saying Morata over Belotti. Absolutely. Crazy Ray is saying some crazy stuff. He's saying get Toni Kroos. No. We're not going to be able to afford him. I can't. Okay, here we go. Matthew Arella. Here's a question from him. If you can only make one more major investment in this team, or in the team this window, which position do you choose and why? If it's an investment, I'm probably going somewhere in the back line, because the investment means you're signing a player who's going to start long term. And if if it was a left winger, I would have said Moussa Diaby. But you're talking like Kies is coming back soon. So I'm going to choose somewhere in the back, probably left back or center back, maybe Pau Torres. Like, I would invest in Pau Torres. I would. Now that we got Bremer, I would invest in Pau Torres. I would invest in Udogie, obviously. I would look into... Oh, by the way, let's pull something... do something really quick. Let's do something really quick about left backs. Leipzig just signed Rom from Hertha Berlin, that German international that we were all looking at a month ago. Rom will most likely start for Leipzig. Where does that leave Angelino? As soon as the Rom thing happened, Alejandro and I texted at the exact same time saying, what's going on with Angelino? Moments later, Romeo Agresti went under some tweets about the German guy, I forget his name, Plettigol, or the other guy, CF Bayern, whatever. I don't know the German guys. He went underneath the tweet and put bombs, like he did a news bomb. I wonder if something happens there. Could you get Angelino in? Does Allegri want a guy like Angelino? I don't know. I'm speculating. 100% I'm speculating. I'm going to ask the chat. There's 54 of you in here. Still not even 50 likes yet, so get those up. People in the chat, knowing Allegri, do you think we should go for Angelino? Knowing Allegri. Should we go for Angelino? I'll give you my thoughts. I don't think Allegri wants Angelino. I personally don't think because Angelino, you saw him play in the Europa League. I watched him play many times in the Europa League because I was on Nkunku watch, and he stunk. He stunk defensively. So I don't think he's a guy that Allegri wants or who will trust, and it's going to be more of the same like with Sandro and Pellegrini in terms of... Oh, actually, Pellegrini's a good one-on-one defender, so I don't know. But in terms of defensive structure, he struggles to fit in. In terms of pure one-on-one defending, he struggles, so I don't know if that's an idea. Attacking, great fullback. I guess, yeah, Daily Blind. Bruno G was the guy. Guimaraes from Lyon. Now he's at Newcastle. That was a good player. Missed out on him. Ali is asking me about Kostic. I thought we were in for Kostic, but then it was pretty obvious that we weren't in for Kostic. His agents were more talking to us. So, could he beat his man? No. Does he have a cross on him? Yeah. Does he fit a 4-3-3? No. So, I'm not too upset that he's not coming to Juventus. He's going to West Ham. So, good for West Ham. Good for West Ham getting Kostic and Scamacca today. Oh, I'm really behind in the chat. Okay. Okay, Shervin made a crazy comment about Vlahovic. I'm not going to even read it. And Antonio saying, Julian, what do you think are chances of us getting Zaniolo? We're the only team currently in for him. Don't listen to the Tottenham links. We're the only team currently in for him. He wants Juventus. It's one of those same song and dances with Locatelli, with Vlahovic, only wanting Juventus. I think, depending on what else we do in the summer, in the Mercato, I think we could get Zaniolo this summer. I hate to admit it. I don't want that price tag over 40 million. And people are going to say, it's not your money, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. It prevents us from doing other things. I don't need Zaniolo. Justin needs Zaniolo. I don't need Zaniolo. So, the chances are I'll go 30% right now if I'm giving an Alex percentage. Hosta saying, why don't Juventus sell Arthur for 25 mil? This is FIFA talk right now. Rabiot for 20 mil, Ravella for 20 mil, and then get Ndidi and some spare money. I wish it was that easy. Oh, like in FIFA. Yeah, you're right. Okay, Boo's pissed. Go on, Boo. Okay, so here's a relevant Mercato question. I'm going to stay on here until we get 69 likes. Come on, let's go. Zaniolo wants to be purchased, or Justin wants that, so get 69 likes. Anthony's asking, what about Arnautovic for Vice Vlahovic instead of Morata? So it was apparent today, or the past couple days, that he's made it clear to his director of sports, or sporting director for Bologna, if an offer from Juventus or another top club comes in, please look at it and evaluate it and potentially let me go. Fair. He can want that all he wants. It totally depends on what the fee is and what else happens for the rest. If it's as we currently stand and we have Di Maria, Chiesa, Keane, and Vlahovic, get Arnautovic then. That's fine. Because we need depth. But if we're getting Zaniolo, if we're getting another player on the wing, if we're getting Morata, then no to Arnautovic. It's just going to take up space. Aldo's bringing up Julian Weigl from Benfica. He doesn't do it for me, personally. I think Paredes is better than Julian Weigl. Oh, look at this from the Bianconeri Zone. Let me just post that right there. There might be some free memberships up for grabs during the watch along, so tune in. There you go. Memberships are fun. Yeah, Antonio's talking about Zabzalai or Zaboslai. I don't know what Zaboslai, I think. Isn't Norbert one of our members Hungarian? Where is he? I think it's Zaboslai. No, I think he's more of an attacker than a midfielder. He's more of a number 10 or a 7-ish. So, and he'd be expensive, and he's kind of injury prone at a young age. Okay, so Daily Blind's gone back to me about who do you replace Paredes instead. So for me, I would take Kakare, Sangare, Douglas Luiz, and even Conrad Leimer as the defensive mid over Paredes. We need the defensive steel over the passing talent of Paredes. Okay, interesting. Paredes has good defensive stats. Or, I'm not going to say good, decent ones. So we can do both, realistically. Is Maxence Kakare from Lyon going to cost less than 15 or 20 million? Doubt it. He just signed a new contract. Is Sangare from PSV, is it PSV or Feyenoord? Is Sangare from the Dutch league a good passer? I don't think he is. Is Douglas Luiz better than Paredes? No, I don't think he is. And is Conrad Leimer a proper regista? No, I don't think he is. Are they all good players? They're all good players, absolutely. But I think for what Allegri wants, Paredes trumps those guys. I would love Maxence Kakare, by the way. I've been saying that for a while now. But the price tag's going to be crazy. You know how Leon is with Olas, their sporting director. Crazy. Oh, here we go with the answers for Angelino. Yeah. I'm the same as Daily Blind on this one. Angelino's too suspect defensively, even for Pep. Imagine with Allegri. Yeah. And then everyone's just saying through osmosis he's better than Alexandro. So, yeah, I agree. Oh, there you go. Aldo saying I would not get Angelino. Hosta saying Angelino barely an upgrade. Okay, fair. Run on Lodi. Run on Lodi will be my pick. I wonder who. Atletico. No. I think Atletico's got a good team again. Again, they got good players. They just got a good. I'm jealous of their squad. They got a lot of good players in every position. If I could take, I would take probably 5 players right now from Atletico Madrid, and put them in our starting lineup. Lodi, Molina, now João Felix, DePaul. That's 4 already, and Oblak's better than Szczesny. I would take 5 of their players and put them in our starting lineup right now. So they got a great team. Hosta saying for the left backs, Rom, Filip Kostic, Borna Sosa, Cucurella is off to Man City. Grimaldo should be the left back options to pick from. If you think Angelino is barely better, Grimaldo is the same as Angelino. Cannot defend. Rick Ossie is saying Paredes is injury prone. No, he's not. He had 1 bad year last year for injuries. Yeah, Raven's saying Atletico have Lodi and Molina. We have Sandro and Danilo. Okay, here's another question, because I think we got 53 people in here watching. So like the video again, subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff. We have a watch along tonight. You can see in the top left-hand side of your screens here, there could be free memberships. There might be some. So if there's not, it's Alejandro's fault. So not my fault. So tune in for that. I think we'll go 30 minutes or 15 minutes before the game starts. We gotta work on some technical stuff beforehand, so we'll see how it goes. I lost my train of thought. That's horrible. I was about to say something. Oh, what are people's thoughts on Danilo? Because people say he sucks. I don't think he sucks. People say he's not good enough. I don't think he's not good enough either. I think he's a very good squad player. I think Danilo is a very good squad player that you would love to have. I would love to have on my team. I always go about you need to play players in their best position, and I stand by that. But Danilo can play multiple positions. I don't mind Danilo as a squad player. Is he going to be a starter for a Champions League winner? No. Is he going to be a starter for a Scudetto winner? Maybe. I like Danilo. What are your thoughts on Danilo? And as we go on, we're going to talk... Oh, yeah. I don't know how to do a poll in here either. I suck at all this intricate stuff, or like internet stuff. Michael Salvetti has a gut feeling we're going to get Arnautovic. Michael, would you be okay with Arnautovic? I don't know if you're saying that as an issue or as a pro. And after the no thing, then we'll start going to the game, the pre-match or pre-game. Daily Blind always asks some good questions. Does Zaniolo start for Roma with Dybala there? Do you think it would be smart to wait another year? So here's the thing. Knowing Jose Mourinho, I have no idea what he's thinking. I don't know if he's the same defensive, pragmatic coach as he was where he had all the success. Is he the same character off the field and on the touchline? Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know if his way of coaching, his style of play, is the same as before. Do you think Mourinho would start Dybala, Pellegrini, and Zaniolo in a 3 behind Abraham? I don't know. Would that make it easier for us to get Zaniolo if they don't play as much, or if they don't start Zaniolo? What is that he did? Okay. So, if you see in the chat, Alejandro posted something, a product. He's showcasing a product. I don't know how to promote that. But let me know your thoughts on the whole... that's a good question from Daily Blind. Shervin's asking, why don't we just buy Jorginho? If you have an issue with Paredes, then Jorginho is 3 or 4 years older, 10 to 15 more million, and his wage would be more. And is he a depreciating asset as well? If you think Paredes is a depreciating asset, Jorginho's a depreciating asset as well. I would still take Jorginho, though. I would. But, again, the fees have to make sense. The contract has to make sense for that to happen. Aldo saying Danilo at holding midfield. Justin says, people are going to say, you're talking about me. Say it with your chest. They've barely spent any money. They can buy him. It'll be like 10 mil loan for the season. Okay, what about next year? I'm saying, no, people in general. I'm not just saying, like, you are one of the people in general that are going to say about Zaniolo's price tag. Like, if it's 40 mil, that's a lot of money. You can't spend, especially if it's 10 this year, fine. Get a loan for him. But next year it's 30 mil. What's that taking away from? And if it's an obligation to buy him for 30 mil and he sucks and he's not a good winger at Juventus, then what? Make it work? Then that doesn't go with what Allegri... Again, my whole spiel today is do what Allegri wants. And if he's successful, let him continue to do what he wants. Obviously. Khalid saying, let's start a GoFundMe for Justin to get Zaniolo to play on his garden at least for a year. I'm behind in the chat again. People like Danilo. Danilo's very safe. Hanin saying, I like Danilo, but I wanted Molina. Again, if it was Molina Danilo, that's great right back depth. That's great right back depth, in my opinion. So we missed out on Molina. I'm not gonna lie, we did, but were we even in for him? So how could we have missed out? We missed the chance to be in on him. I guess that, I don't know. A lot of Danilo love. Yeah, I like Danilo. Yeah, Rick Ossie's saying about Paredes. He missed 20 games through injuries last season. That's 1 year. Again, he came off a Copa America where he played every game for Argentina, won the trophy, came back, got four match days of rest with Di Maria. He wasn't prepared for the season. If you're not prepared for the season, if you don't have a proper preseason, you're susceptible to injuries. That's what happens. You need to have a good preseason, get the work under you to prepare yourself for the long 8-month season, 9-month season. Paredes didn't have that opportunity. And he got hurt last year. Last year only. So again, yeah, Danilo. I got a lot of Danilo love. I like that. I like Danilo too. Okay. Yeah, I see something about our depth sucks. Juventus' bench is shockingly awful. Needs to be fixed. I think we're trying to address that. We have no squad depth, which is why we need Zaniolo, Kostic, and Belotti. Kostic ain't coming. He's going to West Ham. Zaniolo, again, we're not at 69 likes, so we're not getting Zaniolo at this point. 11 more likes and we can get Zaniolo. And Belotti, our backup 9, is needed. I agree. Gadion loves Danilo. So let's transition into a little bit of a match preview. Again, when I say match preview, I'm going like bare minimum here because I have no idea about Chivas Guadalajara. I do have some questions and trivia for the chat tonight. Excuse me, when we go do the watch along. So Justin and Ale, be prepared. Alejandro actually told me to prepare for it, so I have some questions. In terms of notable names, I know nobody. I know absolutely no one. It looks like their best player is Fernando Beltran. Nope, it's Alexis Vega. Alexis Vega looks to me like he's their best player. I have no idea. I know they do play a league game in 5 days. So I don't know who they're playing tonight. Like the players that they'll start in their 11. I don't know. I have no idea. Will they start this Vega character? No idea. I'm not going to pretend to know. All I know is that It's a team from the Mexican Apertura, and they started off poor in their league. Even Boo's saying they suck. They're all Mexican players except for one, I believe. Is Peruvian. It's Santiago I can't even say that name. Ormeñao. I don't even know how they play. But at this point, I'm looking forward to ball dominance. We need to possess the ball tonight. I need to see the 4-3-3 work in a way that makes sense to me and that I know that Allegri is actually working on it. I've watched the sessions. Everyone has access to it. The sessions on YouTube for Juventus. Everyone has access to it. It seems to me they're pulling in the wingers with the central midfielders advancing forward closer to the main striker, and they're getting their fullbacks high and wide. To me, that's what it looks like in their training sessions. I see their fullbacks getting crosses into the box, and I see Di Maria being closer to Vlahovic, and the one clip I saw was McKennie as the advanced midfielder. So I want to see the style of play, if he's actually implementing a style of play now, or if he's just saying, hey, YOLO, do whatever you need to do. We got a super chat from Rick Aussie. Yeah, I've already addressed that, but I'll say it again. Paredes, I'll bring it up on the screen. Paredes missed 20 games last year with injuries. I addressed this. I said yes, due to the fact that he played in the Copa America. He came back with no good preseason. You're susceptible to injuries without a preseason. So one season doesn't make you injury prone. It's just an unlucky season. If it persists, then he becomes injury prone, but we don't know that. So thank you for the super chat, Rick Aussie, as always. What time does the game start for you? Because obviously you're in Australia, and that's a totally different time zone. Is it like 12 o'clock noon the next day on Saturday? I don't know. Let us know, though. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being a member or contributing to the chat. But going back to what I want to see tonight. I want to see possession. I want to see attacking, advanced possession. I don't want to see us knock it around the back and wait for them. I want to see us go and attack. This is a team. You treat this team like a Salernitana. You treat this team tonight like another bad Serie A team. I won't say Monza because they're buying everyone, so I don't know. Like a Lecce. You need to treat them like this because you need to go and assert yourself and be dominant. I don't care if it's preseason. You have to do it because you have to get used to it. Because we see in the season, we play down to our team, our opponent's level. And we've always been like that. We've always played down to our opponent's level. Same with the national team. I've said this before. The Italian national team would beat Malta 2-0, and they'd beat Belgium 2-0 in the same week. Juventus would beat Salernitana 1-0, and then they'll go beat Inter 2-0. They always play down to their competition. But to change that, you have to assert your dominance now in the preseason because it's practice. So hopefully they will be more fit. Like, I'm not gonna deny that. Well, they should be more fit, the Chivas, because they're in their season. They just started their season. They're like 5 games in, so they should be more fit. But you make the ball do the work. You got better technical players. You should have better technical players. So you should be able to keep the ball and do what you do in training. Get the ball up top, drop it into your creative wingers, play the ball out wide to your fullbacks. Get the ball up to Vlahovic, play the ball into McKennie, play with Di Maria, go do intricate passes. Whatever you guys have been doing in training, do it tonight. Defensively, I expect them to be organized because it's Rugani and Bonucci. They've been there for ages. I don't expect anything different. And I'm pretty sure Sandro Danilo is starting. So defensively, it should be the same. What is everyone looking forward to most? think that the main answer I'm going to get for who you want to see most are the kids. So, Ravella, Fagioli, what's the other guy's name? No, Ranocchia's gone and Moretti's not there. So, Sule, Ravella, and Fagioli, when they go into the game, how are they going to react? That's right, Gatti as well. Barbieri, Justin makes a good point. I think if anything, tonight's the game where you play the kids more because it's Chivas. You don't want to crush their spirits and put them against Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro. you want to put Ravella, you want to put Barbieri, Compagnon. You want to put those guys against. What's going on upstairs in my house? It's weird. You want to put those guys against competition where you can succeed. Home of View brings up a good point. Will Bremer get playing time tonight? Again, I said this yesterday on Justin's live. I wouldn't personally play Bremer because I think they had one session last night when they got to Vegas, and I don't think they did. I think they just juggled for a bit and they did some rondos. I don't know if they did anything tactically. I don't know if they did anything game wise. I doubt they did. So I wouldn't play Bremer tonight, but I think he'll play. And if Bremer does play, it will be with Gatti. So maybe he does play. Aldo wants to see Fagioli get some game time. He could really bring something different. I agree. He could. We'll see. We'll see if he's going to take this preseason by storm. We're going to see if he's improved. His Serie B stint improved him. The only thing we have to understand is we've seen this before where Luca Clemenza or Zani Macchia have a great preseason. Clemenza scored that great free kick goal, or he scored a shot that went bar down 3 years ago or something. Where is he now? I'm looking for, if these guys play a half each, if these guys the young kids play half each, I need them to do well in every single game. If they have one flash in the pan moment this whole trip, it does nothing for me. It doesn't, because it's not consistent, and the level of competition, who knows what it's against. Matt Tilley's, I'm looking forward to watching them play. I'm so sick of Mercato stuff, even if it's been a great one. I agree, Matt. I can't wait to watch Alexandro dribble forward and then dribble to the sideline and then pass backwards. I'm kidding. Yeah, there's a lot of Sandro outs and stuff. Yeah, I agree. Ryan S says, remember Clemenza. I'm pretty sure I just said it. And then Master G saying, remember Andrea Favilli. I do. That's why I bring these points up. If a player has a decent flash in the pan moment out of like 135, like I said, don't get too hyped on it. I'm going to warn you. This happens all the time in preseason. Arsenal fans and Man United fans are already declaring themselves Premier League champions because of what they've done in preseason. They're already saying Gabriel Jesus is going to win the Golden Boot in the Premier League. They're saying, Man United fans saying Zidane, Iqbal, and Garner should start. No. Relax. Enjoy it tonight when you guys watch. And if it's consistently good performances from these players, then you have something to look forward to. Home of Viva saying, whenever the preseason arrives, Piazza turns out to be prime Maradona. Yeah, Piazza's not even here today, or this week. So I think we'll leave it at that. It is almost 6:30 my time. I am going to have to be back in 4 hours. So I'm going to go get some food. And that's that. So thank you all for watching today. We didn't get to 69 likes. So unfortunately, Zaniolo is not coming. Maybe during this last little talk, we get 8 more likes. But thank you all for watching today. Be sure to tune in tonight, either 10:30, 10:45. Just go on YouTube, check whenever the timer is. Click the bell icon to stay notified for the watch along. As you can see in our top left corner there, the memberships might be up for sale or up for grabs. So tune in for that. Tune in for us 3 discussing some really, really fun topics. I got some trivia going for the boys. We're going to watch some, I'll say, okay football. But it's going to be nice to watch again. Follow Bianconeri Zone on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Bianconeri Zone. Follow myself at Gennady151. Follow Justin at Justin Sofro on Twitter. Follow Alejandro at AlejandroBZ on Twitter. And like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You got the giveaway. I'll plug it in there. Giveaway for Pogba. Check out our Twitter account for more details. Winner announced August 1st. Consider becoming a member. Consider becoming a member. All that stuff that you guys always consider. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tonight. Ciao.